Hi, Arun here today. Now, today I'm going to be talking about why, if you run a DSO or a dental group, you should be thinking about having an overseas operation or a global capability center. Now, we've seen over the last few years, many kind of dental groups emerge. And in the good times, things were great, okay? Businesses are growing, kind of more patients, more revenue, greater profitability. But we've seen in the last few years, issues, things struggling, practices struggling, businesses struggling. Why? Because of costs rising. Now, my personal view is that more and more large dental groups need to think about a global capability structure. Now, what is a global capability structure? What that means is you have a subsidiary entity sitting overseas that supports many of the functions of the business. So historically, you may have had a large amount of manpower sitting in the US, UK, wherever you're based, which would be your headquarters centralized office. But these headquarter costs are rising with greater compliance, greater kind of taxes, you name it, all these costs are rising. So the only way to combat that is to really think about strategically and think about, I need to set up in a place where I can manage and do all that work, but at ultimately a better, more affordable rate. So what we're seeing now is the opportunity for people like DSOs or organizers like DSOs and dental groups to set up their own global capability center in somewhere like India. Now, this doesn't come without risk. It doesn't come without problem. Okay. But you know what? It's a damn sight better than having huge overheads and losing a lot of money in your kind of organization that may be here in the UK or US. But there's a whole step process to do this. So the way I look at it, and this is what we do as an organization, we help organizations set up their global capability centers in India. A company is set up in India. This is a subsidiary of your local US company or your UK company. And it's usually 100% owned, but it doesn't have to be. There can be some type of partnership. And that entity is set up. And then that entity is responsible for hiring the manpower in India. Now, what roles can you be done on a GCC? Well, of course, you can start with the basics. You can start with the bookkeeping. You can start with some of the admin. But then you can evolve this into perhaps more complex financial aspects, such as data analytics. You could also look at some of the marketing functions, such as social media, video editing, content writing, you name it. It can all be part of this organization. And then you may even get software development done. And that's something that my own GCC is doing, of developing software for organizations based out of India. Now, you might be thinking, well, I can do that already. Okay, I can just use a third-party company in India to do this for me. Yeah, you could do. But the issue is you have no control in that situation. Literally zero control. You have a vendor providing a service to you at a price, but relationships can sour, prices can go up, team members can leave, and you have real no control over that situation. But when you have a GCC, you are actually growing your business globally. You have that manpower as part of your organization. And therefore, you're building that global culture. You're building that global team that can support the whole operation. That's what the benefit really comes with the GCC. Now, India is a great place for this. I know it very well. We have our own GCC set up for my own accounting business, but we also help other organizations set up their own GCCs as well. Benefits of India, there's huge talent pool of smart people, young people, driven people who want to work for global organizations. So whether you're looking for someone who's a data scientist, to someone who may be an accountant, to someone who may be a content writer, you can find it. If this sounds of interest to you, to help you grow, okay, and to help you scale your dental group or DSO, then reach out to me. But firstly, before you do that, visit our website, someroglobal.com. There is a whole report and a guide on how to set up your own DSO overseas. It's totally free for you to have a read. Once you've had a read, reach out and we can have a chat to see if there's something that may be right for you, okay? So get in touch. I hope to hear from you soon, and thank you.